The idea of creating a mega sports complex across the river from New York City was a concept that sprang from a variety of resources, primarily newspaper headlines and behind-the-scenes politics. The Newark Star-Ledger first broached the idea in 1967 through a series of articles suggesting the Yankees leave New York and move to New Jersey. Eventually, the interest changed from the Yankees to another New York sports franchise, and a group of dedicated politicians and businessmen worked to make the concept of a New Jersey sports complex a reality. It was a vision met with criticism and ridicule at first, but as the years passed, that vision seemed closer and more real. The New York Giants were looking for a new place to call home, and the state of New Jersey had the answer in some marshy swamplands just minutes from Manhattan. As in practically every business venture, the key to success is location, and the Meadowlands property had that, just minutes from the Lincoln Tunnel and the George Washington Bridge, providing quick and easy access for metropolitan New Yorkers and for residents of a rapidly expanding New Jersey. Enter Sonny Werblin, a highly respected and successful businessman with impeccable credentials and political connections at the highest levels. Werblin had earned his stripes as the owner of the New York Jets and the former president of Music Corporation of America. He was also an officer at Monmouth Park Racetrack and an avid owner of thoroughbred racehorses. Sonny was appointed chairman of the fledgling New Jersey Sports and Exposition Authority, giving that organization instant credibility nationwide.
Sonny, unless you knew him, you would have a preconceived notion that this was a dynamic, a dynamo, a success with football and track and everything else. And when you meet him, you are with the most soft-spoken person you ever knew. He had a great concept of the future. He was a dreamer, but he was a realistic dreamer.
Werblin's first task, and perhaps the most daunting, was coming up with the necessary funding to finance the vision of a New Jersey sports complex. The powerful New York banks that had pledged millions of dollars to the project were told in no uncertain terms by then New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller not to cooperate with the state of New Jersey.
We were ready to go to issue for $262 million. We were going to build a whole complex. Rockefeller came up with a plan which later turned out to be a hoax, but it had enough substance to it to stop Wall Street. 5 major banks in New York, no issue, public issue, anywhere in the country of more than 100 million had ever been floated without at least one of those banks in the picture. All 5 dropped down.
What at the time seemed like a death blow to the deal actually turned into an opportunity. An opportunity for corporations like Prudential and Merrill Lynch and local New Jersey banks to step forward. And it created a chance for the state of New Jersey to stand on its own and come of age. Giants Stadium was the centerpiece of the Meadowlands Sports Complex, yet the organization needed more to sustain and survive. A guaranteed revenue source, a cash register, if you will, was created to keep the complex on solid financial footing. The source of that revenue was the Meadowlands Racetrack.